so proud to be the Managing Director at Techstars Tel Aviv, especially this year with COVID and the war, and present these exceptional, resilient founders to our network.
Definitely one of the best parts of Techstars program itself is coming to work every day and working with companies that I look up to and I learned a lot from, sitting next to amazing startups and being a part of a group of people that really want to help each other succeed.
Techstars has given us a huge opportunity to grow. Together with Hila, Franca and Sapir, we made a huge progress being a part of a community of startups in Israel.
So the team of Techstars was our safety net and our engine. They gave us tools, guidelines, good advice, and helped us accelerate our company.
Techstars also helped the company advance with a super awesome atmosphere, very cool work environment, which helped the team drive work and reach KPIs in a very short amount of time.
From the moment I got into the Techstars program, I was able to utilize the Techstars Connect network to reach out to people around the world and just started reaching us for questions and asking us what we're doing.
One of the best things in Techstars is the ability to choose great people. We met great teams with great people behind them, and it was a pleasure to work with them.
We really felt during these 3 months that we have become better founders and a better company. Our sales really grew in the last 3 months.
We have been given crazy opportunities that are now coming to life even throughout the program.
The privilege of getting a feedback from 100 mentors in just about 10 days was something that really accelerated our progress. We understood things we didn't think about before, and it was just the right way for us to, build, measure, learn.
We can definitely say that we made great progress in the development of the company.
We had 10 different companies from different verticals, all coming together, working together to create this one-of-a-kind experience.
I had this amazing opportunity to take part in the Techstars Tel Aviv program and meet all these incredible startups and work alongside an experienced team.
This group of people are super intelligent and talented. It's been an honor to know them, to work with them, to help them grow their brand.
I'm sure it's only the beginning for these exceptional companies, and we'll be hearing a lot about them. Thank you, and welcome to the 2021 Techstars Tel Aviv Demo Day. I'm Hila Ovil-Brenner, and I'm the Managing Director at Techstars Tel Aviv, and so proud of it. As a previous entrepreneur, I know how exciting this day is, so congratulations to you all. A little about Techstars, most of you know it. Techstars is a global platform for investment and innovation. To date, we've had over 250 accelerators and helped over 6,000 founders succeed. We have helped raising $12 billion. And our portfolio today is larger than $32 billion as well. This makes us one of the largest investors by volume today in the world. I'm so excited to be here today because today we have very special guests with us. And throughout the corona and everything else that has happened, we managed to bring two very senior people here to Israel. Our global new CEO, and our EMEA manager, Gagan. Yeah. The 10 exceptional companies you will see here today on the stage have really made it work. They were resilient, they were ambitious, they were smart, and I had the best time working with them. The companies came in at one stage and landed up being at a whole different stage. You will see mobility, you will see impact, you will see music, you will see all this energy on the stage, and clap to you. So what do we really have here in the last few months? We had many workshops. We had 13 founder stories. We had 7 days of mentor madness. We had 30 days of investor meetings back to back, and all this, and plus a lot of fun. I want to first of all thank our mentors. You are incredible, and most of you are in this room or watching us on YouTube. Thank you. You made all this possible. Here are the Israeli ones and the global ones as well. You're a true give first, and what a beautiful community we have here of give first. Thank you again. On this journey, I have the best partner, the best program manager ever, Franca Godina, who came back from maternity leave, especially for us, and gave her heart to the founders, to the mentors, to the investors, and really compliments me in every way. Thank you. Thank you also to the team, Sapir Lifshitz, who came in to substitute for Franca, but became so much more. And thank you again for making it all possible. You're amazing. Thank you. Irina, our marketing, all the way from Berlin, watching us on YouTube now. Kyle, thank you. You're amazing. This year we were lucky. We had a mentor in residence. He was a great mentor for the last 3 programs, and this time we convinced him to be in-house. Daniel Gelman. For our CTOs who made their life a little bit difficult, but very worthwhile, Johan. Roy Sivan, who made it all possible and built financial models that are fundable. Yay! And Tommy on the stage with us made everything beautiful. All right, so where are we today? In this beautiful place, a little bit of a hot place, but a beautiful place, having drinks and listening to music and meeting the founders in little booths. Where are we? In a very beautiful place. I'm going to ask my friend Lital to get up on stage and tell us a few words, and thank you again for all being here.
Okay, wow, this is very exciting to be here today. So as Hila said, my name is Lital Kipperman-Baknin. I'm the Head of Innovation and Strategic Partnerships here at the Paris Center for Peace and Innovation. And for us, it's very exciting to have you all here today. So first of all, thank you, Hila, for a great partnership. And you know, we go a long way back, and I think that we have so much to do also in the future. So for us, it's very exciting to have you here. You know, one of the reasons that it's exciting for us to have you here is our motto. You know, you saw it outside. It says, you know, dream big. And today, you know, this is a special landmark for young entrepreneurs embarking on their journey to make their dreams come true. And being young is not a matter of age. Paris used to say, count the number of achievements in your life, then count the number of dreams in your brain. If the number of dreams exceeds the number of achievements, then you are young. So there is another reason why it is very exciting for us to have you here today, because this is actually what we are doing on the day-to-day basis here at the Paris Center for Peace and Innovation. We are here to promote the Israeli innovation, entrepreneurship, creativity for the sake of a better world. And, you know, I'll tell you a little bit about what we are doing here. 2 years ago, we have opened the Israeli Innovation Center per the vision of Shimon Peres. You know, he always saw a great synergy between peace and innovation, and he wanted to have a unique place, a visitor's place that it will enable, you know, both esteemed delegations from around the world that don't really understand what is the Startup Nation all about until they come here, but also for the young children, for the periphery, the people from our society that don't feel part of the story of the Startup Nation, to have a place that they can come and actually go through the story of the past, present, and future of the Israeli innovation and understand, you know, what are the Israeli inventions that actually change the world for the better, and to get inspired, to get the sense of, you know, ability, of their own ability to take part of that story. And I'm very proud to say that this place actually became the gateway for the Israeli innovation. You know, obviously before COVID, we had so many visitors here at the center, more than 100,000 visitors, which really was the top premium visitors from around the world, whether it's heads of states, top global CEOs, you know, MBA grads, whatever you wanted, they came here. And that is, of course, in addition to the top and the wide audience here in Israel, whether they are pupils and children and families. And I'm very glad to say that we, you know, since we could have opened our gates, we became, you know, full house again. But, you know, the Visitor Center is just the beginning, just the platform upon which we are building our activities as the Israeli Innovation Center, because we are here not only to drive, you know, or to inspire about the Israeli innovation, but we are here also to drive innovation, to learn innovation, to teach methodologies of Israeli innovation for those who want to acquire it, whether, again, it's those esteemed delegation or business people from the international community, or whether there are pupils here in Israel. So, you know, part of the things that we are aiming to be is the bridge between the international community and the Israeli ecosystem, and we are doing a lot of work inside the Israeli ecosystem to make this a much more diverse, inclusive ecosystem, and to also engage and to harness technology for the sake of doing good. You know, just recently we launched the Israel's Innovation Dream Team, which is actually saying that the center will take and harness all the knowledge and capabilities of the companies under our umbrella in order for the sake of passing it forward and to make our ecosystem much more, you know, stronger and diverse. Think about companies, you know, we have here, and I hope that, you know, some of you have made already done the tour at the center. So we have a showcase here of the top 45 startups of Israel, some of the most successful companies in Israel. So think about, you know, what will happen if we'll know how to leverage the knowledge, the strength of those companies in order for passing forward their capabilities. So this is, like, in a nutshell, a little bit of what we are doing. And I would like to, you know, to finish this part of, you know, this short talk of mine with another quote of Shimon Peres. You know, he used to say that optimists and pessimists die the same way, but they live a very different life. So I really encourage you to stay optimistic, dream big, keep on doing great. I met the teams that are part of this, you know, this demo day, and I assure you, you have a lot to look forward to. So have a great day today, and thank you for coming.
Wow, I'm so proud today. I have the mentors here. I'm bragging the Israeli ecosystem, my biggest love, and my 10 startups. And it wouldn't be the same without someone who's been our partner for many, many years, who shares the Zionist dream, who shares the Israeli ecosystem, who is really everything that Israel has to be proud of. In Israel, we say, Melach haaretz, salt of the earth, right? And I definitely think that of him and so many other things. My friend, Yizhar Shai, former Minister of Science and Technology in the Israeli government, which is sometimes Israeli government could be short or long or a lot of things. A serial entrepreneur, a venture capital investor, a mentor at Techstars. Israel was named one of the top 100 most influential executives in Israel. He created the largest online community called Startup Stadium, and he's just one of the smartest people. Thank you so much for being here and saying a few words to our guests and the ecosystem. Thank you.
Keep quiet after all this. By the way, when she said salt, it meant something positive. This is sometimes lost in translation, so thank you very much, my dear friend. You know, I have the privilege now of getting so many invitations to so many positive, good functions, but I knew that this one I was not going to miss whatever happens, so thank you again. This is year number 5. This is year number 5 of Techstars. I was part and hosted, obviously, at years number 1, 2, and 3. I think that 4 as well, 4 we did through Zoom, I think, and 5 I have the luxury of being here, so thank you very much. And I told you, but I'm going to tell everybody that, you know, as I was part of this cabinet that set the rules for who gets in and out of the country, the fact that you both are here is just tributed to this unbelievable lady. The fact that she enabled you to come into Israel in these trying times, being here, kol hakavod, Hila, really kol hakavod. So this has been yet another great year for the Israeli high tech. Record-breaking fundraising throughout 2020, which was a coronavirus pandemic year. Just the first half of this year is already passed through that record-breaking year. So the numbers of raising funds for new companies over the last almost 6 months has already gone through the record of last year, more than $10 billion. And I can't wait to see what is that you are going to, all of you are going to raise, which is obviously going to help us set yet another record year. So good for all of you entrepreneurs. A few words about that phenomena. I think that all of us now have grown up through this pandemic, worldwide global phenomena, which hopefully is going to be the last such worldwide phenomena that we are going to be able to tell our grandchildren about. They promised us that this happened once every 100 years. So hopefully this is done for us and for the next couple of generations. But thinking about this, the high tech, not only the Israeli high tech, definitely the Israeli high tech, but the global tech companies really brought to our attention, you could call this a few human capital, global attributes, the ability to endure through this kind of a crisis, the ability to carry on, to continue, ability to continue to work, to produce value to communities, to people, to companies, to partners, to nations around the world. I think that we all should be very proud about the fact that we are part of that profession called innovation, high-tech, entrepreneurial spirit, and so on. This is really what helped the world, communities and nations around the world overcome that huge, and I should be careful here, hopefully overcome that huge crisis that we all went through, and think about the so many companies, so many entrepreneurs, so many people who helped the world, really the world carry through this, this pandemic. One could also think about the inventions that led to the vaccination, and think about the entrepreneurs who didn't make it all the way through producing a vaccine. You know, we tracked the race. That race towards vaccine, and by the way, medication for the coronavirus pandemic, started with about 400 plus teams around the world. This is the number of teams that actually qualify to enter some sort of a database produced by the CDC and other formal organizations. So think about this, they all had to be funded, they had to carry on with their programs, they had to maintain course, they had to endure all kinds of hardships, and eventually we have a number of vaccines that made it all the way through. And I hope, I'm actually quite confident, because of the fact that you are all Techstars entrepreneurs, you carry the same level of ambitions. So hopefully you're not going to have to save the world from anything, but hopefully you're going to change the world for good. Anything you do, and I'm going to listen now carefully, has that potential impact. I know Techstars, I know of Techstars, thank you for hosting Techstars here in Israel and for electing Hila, because I know what kind of a high quality launchpad this is going to be for all of you. This is important for you, this is important for Israel, this is important for our ecosystem. So really, thank you for being part of our community here in Israel. I do have one additional comment to all of you entrepreneurs. Think long-term about your commitment, because it starts now. It doesn't start when you're going to be rich and famous 2, 3, 5, 10 years from now. It starts now. Here's the number. There are about $300 billion worth of Israeli companies traded now on the stock exchanges in the United States. It's an amazing number. Here's the next number. About 10% of that fortune is held by employees, not by you entrepreneurs. You're a different category, but employees, you know, stock option plans, but 10% brings us to about $30 billion worth of value held by Israeli employees of Israeli tech companies. It's an amazing number. So that you should know, the Israeli high-tech employees accounted for 25% of the Israeli income tax last year. 25% produced by Israeli high-tech for income taxes. So now I'm going back to that number because I have a point to make here. $30 billion, you take off taxes. Those are not income taxes, by the way, those are capital gain taxes. We are going down to about $23, $24 billion, held by how many people? Any guess? 17,000 people. This is the general number of people that are holding that fortune within their hands. This is great news. There are going to be apartments. Good luck to the Israeli government. We're trying to lower the prices here in the center of the country. But here's my point. 17,000 people. If I were to ask you how many of you live today, say, south of, give me a city, Holon, Rishon LeZion, north of Herzliya or Hadera, I'm not going to go through that quiz, but the numbers of hands that would be raised here would be minimal. If I ask you how many of you employ Arab, Orthodox, Ethiopian people here in your companies, no hands would be raised, obviously, or maybe just a few of them. Think about this. This is now your commitment. You are going to employ those, hopefully 20,000 people 10 years from now, who are going to make it another fortune. Make sure that your people are spread all over. That they come from Beit Shean, they come from Arabe, they come from Be'er Sheva, they come from anywhere you could imagine, obviously from around the world as well. This is the role of all of us. This is what we all have to carry on, our responsibility for diversity, for equal opportunity, for spreading the wealth amongst all of us. This is a big challenge, but then again, a big opportunity, and it is now yours. It is now yours. Think about this today. Just a few hours ago, a company called Iron Source went public on the New York Stock Exchange. This is probably the largest IPO ever of an Israeli company, about $11 plus billion worth of today. Hopefully they will spike up and so on. But here's the good news. No company that went public that is worth of whatever number you could think of, no company started bigger than yourself. Even Iron Source. They started like 1, 2, 3, 4 guys working together, then growing their operations, growing their activities, expanding locally, globally, and so on. And this is now going back to you. So all of you, think big, think wide, think responsibility and diversity. And I hope to see you ringing the bell sometime, sooner than later. NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, Canadian, European, whatever you choose. Good luck to all of you. You're on a good road with these partners. Thank you very much. Good luck.
So, wow, what an exciting day. Most of you know me, know that I get excited really quickly. It's true. But this particular day, I literally didn't sleep the whole of last night because I'm introducing to you someone who's a real role model, someone whose DNA came into Techstars, someone who's give first, someone who's very, very smart, Mael Gavet, CEO of Techstars Global.
I even got the music. I'm flattered. All right. Hi, everyone. This is my first international trip as the new CEO of Techstars. That's the very first country I'm coming to visit. And I was super excited first because, frankly, this country has one of the best food possible. And I think I saw it actually in the video. Like, the amount of food you guys ingest is unbelievable. And we went out last night to a fabulous restaurant. Basically, every time I come to Israel, I plan to gain about 5 pounds in about 2 days. And then I just go and exercise as much as possible. But the second thing that excites me very much is I remember the very first time I came to Israel a long time ago. At the time, I was CEO of a Russian company called Ozone, which became the largest e-commerce company in Russia. And I was aware of the history of Israel. I have a humanities background, so I kind of knew, but I knew very little about the tech ecosystem. And my engineers at Ozone kept telling me, you have to come to Israel. There are so many amazing talents, so many amazing startups. It's not possible to grow a company, especially a Russian one, given the ties between Russians and Israeli, if you never make it to Israel. I was like, I don't know, I'm not sure, why do I need to go? And then I met Yossi Vardi. And he was coming to Russia on a regular basis. We became friends, we had breakfast. And I was like, Yossi, do I really have to go? Because frankly, I have a business to run. And Yossi put his cup of tea on the table and said, Maël, I got to tell you something. Israel, small country, mighty people, endless ambition. Be aware that when an Israeli person decides to do something, they will make it happen. And so you better be on their side than against them. So take the plane and go there. And so I remember that because when I was boarding my plane to come here, I was thinking about the companies that you're going to see the demo today. And I remember what Hila was telling me about all of them. And I remember that, mighty people, endless ambitions. And I saw that this morning. I had the pleasure to meet some of them this morning. And I saw exactly that, mighty people, endless ambitions. And so I can't wait to see you actually on stage, because that's where you should be rather than me. I can't wait to see what you're going to do, because I can already feel it. It's going to be an amazing batch of companies. We're going to see the next IPO that you're dreaming about. 11 billion, frankly, it's tiny. We can probably do much better than that. I'm really counting on all of you. Our interests are very aligned. That's the beauty of it. And I do very much hope that you're going to continue to have endless ambitions, because that's the way, as you heard it before, that's the way we change the world. That's the way we create more innovation. That's the way we become more inclusive as a planet. And you have that in you. Like, you're the magician. You're the one who changed the world with your endless ambitions. So I can't wait to see you right now. Thank you.
2, 4, 5. Yes, only in English. In Hebrew, the microphone doesn't work. I was waiting for an introduction. Normally, I get an introduction, so I'll introduce myself. My name is Lior Manor. I'm a magician, as you said, but I'm a mind reader, and I read only good thoughts. In 1988, I finished the first degree in math and computer science from Tel Aviv University, and then I started a second degree. It's not a joke. And then I decided, my mother came to me and told me, why do you need to be a startupist doing computer science? Go and be a magician. Okay, you know, it's a joke, and of course she didn't say it, but after a few years when I was on television, she was like, you know, going like a tarnegolet. How do you say chicken in English? Chicken, yes, okay. So, can we have some house lights? Can you madlik orot a little bit? Very good, because we are going to do some interaction together. When I count to 3, each one of you turn around and shake hand with the person behind him. Do it now. 1, 2, 3, please. Yeah, of course. Okay, so it's impossible, but in Israel we'll find a solution, and I'm going to Raise your hand. No, no, no. Sit down. Sit down. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Higher, higher. Don't put it down. I'm looking for a volunteer. Oh, you were the first one to raise a hand. Please come and join me on stage. And who else I'm gonna bring? Not you, but you with the beard. How do you say beard in English? Beard, very good. My English is only version 4. Nice to meet you. You are Sivan, yes? What is the DAS plus?
It's an e-commerce platform.
E-commerce, I love e-commerce. And what doing? Tutu.
Yes, we help SaaS companies reduce churn rate and maximize user revenue.
Where is the elevator? I want to see the elevator. It was a very good pitch. In a minute, I'm going to give you this one. But in a minute is in the future. It's not now. And let me tell you that when I arrived, all these nice people were talking with me. You are going to sit here now. You are going to sit here now. And in a minute, I'm going to ask you a question. I ask you to draw a picture, yeah? I gave you a piece of paper and a marker, and you went to the side, and somebody even made sure that I don't peek, I don't see nothing, yes? And I'm going to read your mind, okay? And I'm going to tell you, very good, think only about the picture, and then we are going to do a connection between two of you, okay? What is, how many children in your family?
Only me.
Only you? Okay. And in your father family, how many?
3.
3, very good. So in your picture, number 3 is very important. Yes? Yes or no? Okay, in Hebrew, we don't say yes. We say... and then only yes. Yes. Ah, okay, I know. It's something very cold. You think upside down, because we are now in Israel, it's very hot. So what you... Ah, okay. No. Yes. Yes. Wow. Okay. Ah. Okay, this one also. Okay, I'll show you. No, I don't show you. You show what you draw. And please, tell anyone, we don't did any... something in a collusion or nothing, yes? Show them what you draw. This is amazing. What is it? Ah, 3 scoops. So the number 3 is there. Ah, also an umbrella. Okay. It's amazing, it's amazing. Okay. Keep it, you will put it in the, how do you say, on the refrigerator, and everybody will think that you have nice kids. Do you want, this is, take it out, when you fly business class, after you do the big $1 billion exit, you can fly business class. Take this one, put this one in your pocket, unfold it, take it out. In a minute, we are going to make a very fast connection between two of you, okay? In a minute, I'm going to touch you here, or here, or maybe here, or maybe here, or here. No sexual harassment, okay? I just tell you it's like this, and this, and maybe here. Come closer, and sit down, and also in a minute, okay? Very good. Yes, take it off. You don't fly a lot of business class, I say it take you too much time. Okay, very low jokes. Okay, are you ready? So, את הרגל תיישרי בבקשה ותשעני לאחור. לא, תורידי את הרגל. אוקיי, בדיוק. תכף אני מתחיל, אני שואל שאלה. I ask a question, and you don't answer. This is something that I invent, by the way. Maybe you saw somebody else does it, but it's my invention, okay? So we are going to start. If you felt taps, please raise your hand. No, put it down. I repeat the question. Who felt the taps? Put it down. And the last time, how many taps did you feel? Sorry? Put it down. And can you point to where you felt the taps? Very good. Normally people applaud at this stage, but you are not normal. Okay, in a minute I'm going to ask you, Sivan, if you feel raise the left hand. And now, very good. And now, did you feel something? Just raise the hand if you feel, yes? And put it down. You put it hard. And now, very good. And now, very good. And now, אתה הרגשת? אז תרים את היד. again. תרים את היד אם הרגשת, תרים. אם אתה מרגיש בצד ימין, תרים ביד ימין, בצד ימין. אתה לא רואה כלום, נכון? לא רואה כלום. מישהו הרגיש באף? נגעתי בה והיא לא מרגישה, זה מוזר מאוד, אוקיי, נגעתי לה. פעם אחרונה, בוא נעשה פה בצד הזה ככה. לא, זה הפוך, ככה. איפה הרגשת? הנה עוד 10 שניות אנחנו מסיימים, איפה הרגשת? מעולה. אתה זוכר את הפעמון שלנו? מצוין, אני אתן לך את הפעמון, תחזיק אותו ביד שמאל. כשאתה מרגיש צלצול, אתה מצלצל, הנה, ככה, תצלצל גם אתה, תעזור, יופי. תורידי את הכיסוי עיניים, תחזיקי אותו ככה, ותעשי ככה מתי שאת רוצה. מתי שאת רוצה, תעשי. So, this is matana from me. It was a connection between all these companies, which are amazing, and I wish you a big exit. Now you feel what she feels, and you feel what she feels, but it stopped in 5 seconds. So thank you very much. See you next time. Thank you.
So Lior Manor, the one and only, our friend who's been a friend of the program and always brings us great laughs and great jokes and very good luck. And this is kind of why our portfolio is growing probably, right? So the moment has come to the very, very special 10 companies. It's your turn. Thank you very much. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Living abroad has its challenges, especially when it comes to dealing with money. Keys is here to save the day.
You move to a new country. You're financially alone. You don't know which banks to turn to. You have no credit history. No financial advisor understands your specific needs. And you're not sure if your retirement account that you worked so hard building up will transfer with you to your new remote job in a new country. My name is Daniel, and this is how I felt when I moved across the world from the US to Israel. I'm the CEO of Keys, and my mission is to allow anyone to feel financially at home while living abroad. Today, we work and live wherever we want. With banking moving online, you'd expect us to get better at managing our finances. But for those of us who live internationally, it's more fragmented than ever before. 300 million people, the equivalent of the entire US population, have international financial needs and are vastly underserviced. 49% of corporate employees across 9 different countries stated they are ready to pack their bags, relocate, and explore a new world of international living. So we built Keys. Keys is the financial platform for people like me who are ignored locally because we live globally. We do this by offering financial products geared towards those struggling to figure out their finances in a new country or in multiple countries at once. In 2021, you deserve personalized and holistic financial services. The large national banks are working on innovating for their clients, but they overlook the minority population. People who move to Israel, totally ignored. To the UK, totally ignored. Australia, Germany, France, UAE, all totally ignored. But when you flip this matrix and start looking at international living as a whole, the opportunity is indisputable. As soon as you are dealing with more than one country, Keys is the way to go. With Keys today, our users easily connect to all of their bank accounts all around the world, control their spending habits, manage multiple income streams, and track their global net worth. On top of all this, Keys will soon support a dedicated credit card specifically addressing the needs of international living. We will open the borders for payments, loans, investments, taxes, and create a complete holistic solution for international living. We can do this because we have an amazing team building Keys. I myself started and sold my first company 3 years ago, and that's when I met my co-founder, Omri. Omri, our CTO, is a Mamram IDF alumni with 15 years of experience building consumer products. Back in 2019, we started our first venture together, and wanting to continue working together, by 2021, we founded Keys. When you move countries, there are tons of new things to be excited about. New community, new friends, new places to see, maybe even a new language. It's exciting, I know. So the last thing you need to worry about is your finances. With Keys, it's like you never left home. Thank you.
E-commerce customer conversion is a painful reality for online brands today, and RAD is boosting it with an entirely new data-driven shopping experience.
E-commerce is booming, with annual global sales of over $5 trillion. But how is it possible that the average e-commerce conversion is still only 2%? As e-commerce brands constantly seek innovative solutions to boost conversion, online shoppers, like me and you, seek trust. Over 97% rely on product reviews before making an online purchase decision. Over 70% believe measures need to be taken in order to combat fake reviews. Bottom line, we want to buy smart, because smarter online shopping is a win-win to all parties involved. Hi, my name is Sivan Bar-Am. I'm co-founder and CEO of RAD, an e-commerce intelligence platform that is now allowing online brands to boost user-generated content via live and data-driven story reviews. We connect brands with brand ambassadors with an entirely new shopping experience that is based on real story reviews uploaded by real people. Let's have a quick look at one of our first design partners, Opatra, a UK-based cosmetics leader that is now allowing its customers and influencers to upload story reviews that are authenticated, data-driven, and broadcast live. Our live broadcast option is bringing the social influence all the way to the point of purchase with an entirely new sense of urgency. We are already collaborating with some top online brands who are seeing an average increase in conversion of over 15%, from 2% to a mind-blowing 15%. According to Opatra, the RAD software and the staggering 15% are nothing but amazing. Oh, and there's just one more thing. We're a data company. So on the brand side, we provide valuable information based on the customer behavior. And when it comes to the end user, we make shopping personalized, because each and every customer meets an entirely different set of story reviews. I'm super excited to share that we are now launching RAD on Shopify. A marketplace of over 1 million e-commerce brands. This is a huge opportunity. for Shopify brands to boost user-generated content, and for us to scale fast. This is our amazing team. Natalie Staub, co-founder and CMO, a senior lecturer and digital marketer who is London-based. We have been best friends since we were 5 years old. Bezalel Rakowski, co-founder and CTO, a highly experienced tech lead and CTO for various startups and enterprises. I myself have been a content marketer for over 15 years. Some of my articles have been published on publications such as TechCrunch and The Next Web. We are proud to be backed by Serona Partners, Techstars, Staub Ventures, and angel investors. Our vision is about boosting trust in the e-commerce space, because higher trust brings higher conversion. Thank you, and welcome to the rad future of e-commerce.
How do you smartly connect devices anywhere, anytime? Gorilla Link has developed the key to solve this global pain.
Take a look at this beautiful landscape, the backstage of humankind. This is where our food grows, where we generate and harvest our energy, and where we obtain gas and oil. According to Bill Gates, 1 million new IoT devices are going online every day. So by 2025, every piece of industry hardware within this amazing landscape will be connected and smart. This will allow our water, food, and energy, the building blocks of life, to meet the current demand we are facing. As of today, 80% of the globe is not covered by cellular communication. This means huge IoT-hungry geographies are offline. You heard me right. 80% of the globe is offline. From our perspective, Gorilla Link's perspective, it means that our customers, IoT manufacturers, can't reach 80% of their potential markets. This is bad for their business, but it's even worse for humanity. Today, they are looking into different solutions, such as drones, tailor-made satellite communication solutions, or even sending individuals taking the data out of the device. Yet, all these solutions are expensive and inefficient. We are Gorilla Link. My name is Nadav, and this is my brother Ron, and we share 20 years of hands-on experience in both IoT hardware and IoT software. We connect IoT devices to the internet in a unique way. So even in the most remote location, these IoT devices can transmit data to the internet. We founded the company in August 2020, and in just under 1 year, we partnered with several satellite communication providers. We are proud to be backed by the Israeli Space Agency and the Israeli Innovation Authority, and we're already working with several IoT manufacturers distributing worldwide. Gorilla Link provides an end-to-end software solution that connects any IoT device to any satellite network. So now IoT manufacturers can penetrate 80% of the markets they couldn't address earlier. We lie within a market size of 4.5 billion IoT devices. Today, the number of satellites has increased by 300%. Even agriculture is shifting into precision agriculture, creating a new $16 billion market. Therefore, we know we are positioned in the right place at the right time. In summary, there is a huge market of IoT devices, and Gorilla Link software can connect any IoT device to any satellite network while reducing cost by 10 times. Thank you very much.
Making fantastic music is creatively challenging as is, without the headache of using fragmented music platforms. IndieFlow enables artists to solely focus on their art.
Have you heard of an artist called Russ? If not, it's okay. You're not alone. But did you know that Russ is an independent, unsigned artist that makes over $15 million a year? How about Lucian? 3.4 million followers on TikTok, over 100 million Spotify streams. This list of self-made independent artists continues to grow as more and more musicians adopt a direct-to-fan mindset, paving their way towards full independence. Musicians are earning money through subscription platforms like Patreon. Artists are buying a house thanks to platforms like Artlist, and TikTok is making unknown artists go viral overnight. We hear so many of these success stories of artists that are actually making a living through music. And this is no coincidence. According to Forbes and Media, the independent artist sector is growing year over year by 30% in revenue and generating billions of dollars to it. On top of that, you have over 25 million musicians worldwide who just can't be ignored anymore. Joe Conte, CEO of Patreon, is calling this era the second renaissance. Ownership, independence, creative control. These are things that artists have been chasing since forever. And now we live in a time where musicians are finally becoming what they should be, the main owners and beneficiaries of their own crafts. In other words, they're becoming small to medium businesses. Sounds utopian, right? Well, not exactly, because you see, musicians rock at making music, not at managing a business. Which is exactly why we created IndieFlow. IndieFlow is an all-in-one workflow management platform and professional marketplace for the independent artist sector. A virtual manager that does two main things. First, serves as a centralized operating system to help manage all music operations from one place, like royalty collection, promotions, gigs, and so forth. Second, a professional marketplace for them to grow their networks and build them. Because today, independent artists need to be everywhere all the time. This means that efficiency and order are must-haves, especially in an industry that's so heavily fragmented. My name is Omer. I'm CEO of IndieFlow and also an independent musician. In the last 7 years, I've been working with various startups doing marketing and growth, which is where I met my co-founder, Elad, a true growth expert who's led companies from zero to millions of dollars in ARR. One of them has even exited. And Pete, our CTO, who's led product and R&D teams in companies specializing in workflow and finance platforms. The three of us had this urge to build something for this specific industry that's just aching for a solution. So we launched a pilot in May 2020 during the pandemic. And not only were we surprised to see that people are willing to pay for our MVP, they were actually sending us love letters. So we kept on onboarding, iterating, selling, and we're proud to say that as of June 2021, we have a growing user base of paying users that's growing every month by 30%, and an ARR that's growing every quarter by 200%. So I want all of you to think about one thing: timing. The music industry is flipping its script. The starving artist has become a striving artist. So I'd like to invite all of you to go with the flow. Go with IndieFlow. Thank you.
Companies struggle to reduce churn and understand their users' needs. Tutu is here to lead products to success.
Products are buckets. Users are water. And the company has one goal: fill the bucket with water. This is why companies invest a lot of resources in acquiring new users, adding more water into the bucket. But what will you do if your bucket is leaking? On one hand, you must keep changing your product, adding more and more features. But on the other hand, it creates more holes in the bucket, and then you need more features, and it goes on and on. In the business world,
it means that you have low net retention and high churn. This problem is so big that churn losses are not in billions, but in trillions. But how users find themselves out of the bucket? Users can't navigate the product and they struggle to solve their needs without proper guidance. But how can we blame them? Because of lack of data, companies cannot know what the user needs. And more than that, for the company, all the users are the same big water. But what if there is a way to close the leak? A way that is more cost effective than keep adding more and more water into the bucket. A way that helps the company to build better product, understanding the gap, and provide better personal experience to their users. My name is Oad, and I'm happy to introduce Tuto. At Tuto, we developed a new way for companies and their users to create smart explanatory videos that do much more than just explain. Creating for each given user a personal learning journey based on who she is and providing her the compass needed to maximize the product value. With AI and machine learning algorithms, we analyze 3 different layers of content data: the product flow and interaction, the user manual input, text and tags, and the transcript of the video voice. On top of that, we track the user activity to understand what the user does, and more importantly, what he doesn't do on the product. And here, where the magic happens. By matching the personas, the content, and the user activity, we can know a big portion of the user needs and provide the company the clarity and the ability to close the leaks. Today, you can tutor our software by adding 1 line of code. Embed our record button, knowledge base center wherever you like, and start share and create tutos. As a team, we know each other for many years. We graduated together from computer science and entrepreneurship class at the IDC. Tal, our chief business officer, is alumni from Elite Computer Unit, and he also top world chess player. Tom, our CTO, is officer in Elite Computer Unit, and he also worked as a developer on several startups. And me, I'm an officer in Israeli Air Force, serial entrepreneur that worked with big brands in Israel. And we also have great advisory board, including Professor Barak Libai, a top world expert at lifetime value and use of social value, Professor Shlomo Kalish, a well-known investor in Israel, and Or Nuri, brilliant CTO that sold Adjustico. Today, we see more and more complex softwares becoming an online tool. And we already start few POCs with companies like AppsFlyer. And it's just the beginning. Look at your bucket. Don't let it leak. Tutor your software. Thank you.
Working on complex AI is highly data intensive. Heeks Technologies enables next generation AI companies to efficiently get to the data that they need.
Each year, about 1.35 million people are killed on roadways around the world, making cars one of the deadliest weapons in the planet. But the world has a solution: autonomous driving. We're on the verge of one of the biggest turning points in the history of mobility. Think of going from horses to cars, and now from cars to supercomputers on wheels. And it's fueling promises of a safe, sustainable, and convenient transportation for all. However, self-driving cars are taking longer than expected to become a reality. In late 2018, our team went to the Silicon Valley to meet with some of the leading companies of the industry to understand the challenges they were facing. In fact, in order to develop safe driverless cars, these companies were operating hundreds of vehicles in the streets of San Francisco to teach them how to drive. It was impressive, to say the least. Yet, we quickly observed one vicious cycle. The better these cars got, the harder it became to encounter new situations to learn from, or the so-called edge cases. and as R&D teams kept collecting an ever-increasing amount of data, AI training reached a plateau and things started to go out of hand. These companies were drowning in oceans of data. Back then, we literally saw engineers pulling out piles of hard drives from their vehicles every day. And most importantly, we realized that over 99% of the data being collected was becoming completely useless. This was a huge problem, leading these companies to waste millions, if not billions of dollars, semi-manually looking for the data that they need. This is why we founded X Technologies. With a simple data management platform, we help engineering teams to find the needle in the haystack by specifically focusing on the 1% valuable data required to accelerate the promise of self-driving cars and better perform tasks such as machine learning, continuous product development, or system validation. Our software solution is unique and modular, using an event-based approach to enable the extraction of small datasets directly at the edge. We are automating the process of building and distributing these pertinent datasets to the right teams. With this innovative workflow, along a seamless integration, we are cutting data triage by more than 30%. That could mean a lot more productivity and potentially millions of dollars saved for these companies. This is the edge we offer for faster time to market. Autonomous driving is the gold rush of our time. About 150 billion have been poured into the industry over the past 20 years, and another 150 billion are going to be added in the next 5 years. And we are here to sell picks and shovels to the gold miners. Hi, I'm Etienne, and along with my co-founders, we have assembled the perfect team to take over that opportunity. Bruno, our CEO, is a serial entrepreneur with over 10 years of experience building amazing startups in tech and mobility. Arno, our CTO, is arguably one of the best researchers in robotics and autonomous driving in the world. And as a CFO, I personally built a successful track record in banking and venture capital. The time is now, and we are partnering with the very best. We're conducting several pilot projects with leading companies like Mercedes, Nvidia, and Ouster, and we have raised about $1 million from amazing investors like Techstars or Google. And autonomous driving is only the tip of the iceberg. Today, we are selling a B2B SaaS solution to car manufacturers, tier 1 suppliers, and tech companies building the future of mobility. But tomorrow, as autonomy keeps expanding in other groundbreaking areas like robotics or IoT, we'll be everywhere. And autonomous driving was only the perfect use case to start with. We are looking at one of the biggest upcoming trends in AI, where in order to improve AI performance and deploy new commercial applications, development teams across industries will increasingly need to transition from the big data approach. Because at some point, they won't necessarily need all the data or more data. They will need better data, the smart data. And providing smart data is exactly what X Technologies is all about. Thank you.
Dreading another brain-melting call with tiny faces and boxes? Here to bring you some well-deserved human interaction, 3Cron.
Imagine a future where you put on a pair of glasses and you can see your family and friends in front of you. No. Scratch that. You don't need to imagine it at all. You've already seen it in countless Hollywood movies and games. From Star Wars to the Avengers, 3D holograms instead of 2D videos. But it's not just a sci-fi future. It's actually happening right now. My name is Zev Abrams, co-founder and CEO of 3Cron. And we're reinventing video conferencing by making it more like a real-life conversation and replacing those 2D videos with 3D holograms. Now we're addressing both an opportunity and a problem. The opportunity is that the biggest companies in the world, like Verizon and Microsoft, are actively seeking solutions in this space. They can't afford to miss out in what's going to be the next generational leap in the $50 billion communications market. But it's also a problem. I mean, video conferencing could be better, more engaging and less draining. And all it took was COVID to press reset on humanity's work ethic. Working from home is now a given, and 30% of Americans are saying that they will quit their job unless they're allowed to work from home, at least partially. So our sci-fi dreams of the future really should be addressing the needs of today. Okay, so how does 3Cron make it more like a real-life conversation? Well, in a real-life conference room, you go in, you choose a seat, you turn your head to address people, you know who's talking, and they know it's you, really you, and not some deep-fake version of you. All these things, the spatial awareness, the body language, that's what makes a conversation real. And it's the difference between talking to people and not talking at them. Our end-to-end software solution starts with a camera, authenticates that it's you, creates your 3D avatar, and transmits it around the world in real time. It's the infrastructure for all future SaaS-based communications platforms, with or without the glasses. This company was founded on experience. My co-founder Nisim and I, we've worked for 6 years in the AR, VR, and 3D sensing space. Previous company, we worked together. Nisim led a technical team, and I was VP product, where I sold complex hardware solutions to companies like Verizon. I have a PhD in engineering from UC Berkeley, and Nisim's an alumnus of the IDF's 8-1 technology unit. We know the space really well. The companies, the systems, the software, the hardware, the AI algorithms. And we recognized an unmet need. Because it's not just going to be the glasses that you look out of, but also the camera that captures you. Our solution right now works on 2D monitors, but we're also looking to the future. 3D holograms will be replacing 2D video. And it's not just because it's a cool technology, because honestly, it's just going to make these conversations more authentic. And 3Cron's technology is what's going to make it happen while keeping it real. Thank you.
Finding the right real estate opportunity is no simple task. Snapland's platform will find your next deal.
The opportunities we regret are not those we took, but those we could not take. And no field is a better example than real estate. Because here is the thing. Getting into a deal at the right time can make the difference between losing your money or getting a high return of investment, especially when you're a real estate company. You must have the right technology to find the right deals at the right time. And this is what we do at Snapland, helping real estate companies find hidden opportunities. Hi, my name is O, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Snapland. While working with my dad in our real estate company, it took us almost 5 years to end up with only 10 successful projects out of 600 leads. In real estate, the challenge of finding the most valuable deal is the essence of this $9.7 trillion market. Let me walk you through an example with one of our customers, a $4 billion real estate fund. Our customer is looking for agricultural lands above 10,000 square meters, owned by a private owner, and according to the city plan, it can become residential buildings. Sounds very specific, right? Until today, they had to go through a manual process that included endless research across multiple websites, using human connections, going through online, offline documentation, basically a total chaos. Now, let me show you the same process in Snapland's platform. The same customers enters the same parameters, and in only one click, get all the relevant lands and properties with all the data they need. How are we doing it? Snapland's AI platform collects real estate and non-real estate data globally from any type of source, notify the users of any real-time changes off and on-market deals they searched before, and predict based on user behavior where the next customer's opportunity is. This was only one example out of many cases for existing paying customers, real estate companies, funds, private equity, and large brokerage firms. As one of our customers said, in only 1 week they discovered valuable opportunities that took them months to find. To build this kind of technology, you've got to have the right team. We are a team that consists of real estate and technology experts. My dear joint partner, Elazar Naaman, is a real smart guy in the room. After serving a top technologist at Elite Unity, funded the company and exited. Real estate is part of my DNA, and I've been dealing with multi-million dollars of projects for the past decade. In the end, we only regret the opportunities we didn't take. And this is our mission. We are Snapland, and our mission is to uncover hidden real estate opportunities worldwide. Thank you very much.
The days in which your SDRs stop spending time on manual work are here. Magnify will save your company time and money.
Companies pay the average sales development rep about $100,000 a year in order to talk with potential customers. But what they don't know is that a third of their time is going to be spent creating spreadsheets of potential customers. This process is called manual prospect research. It's manually researching through social media, through blogs, through forums, all in order to find pieces of information that can qualify companies and decision makers as potential customers. On a global scale, all this enormous manual inefficiency is created by 1 million sales and business development reps, which create $33 billion worth of manual work every year. During their day, SDRs and BDRs look for information such as what technologies companies are using and what practices they follow. They also look for the expert inside the organization that they should be trying to set up a meeting with. And all of that is done manually. My name is Uri, and I'm the CEO of Magnify. Magnify develops an AI-powered search engine designed for sales and marketing that fully automates the ability to find qualified customers, and it does it lightning fast. Magnify grants marketing and sales professionals the ability to pinpoint the exact persona and equips their teams with deep audience intelligence reports that allow them to reach out with a meaningful and interesting message that will actually help them convert. But I'm not doing it alone. Magnify consists of technological and business experts. Our COO, Joseph Cohen, has designed and executed marketing strategies for companies such as HP, BMW, and Toyota, and he knows all the ins and outs of the sales and marketing intelligence platform. Our CTO, Dror Ventura, brings deep experience in creating scalable SaaS platforms through AI and big data infrastructure, and he did it for companies such as IronSource and Here Technologies. And myself, for 5 years of my career, I was focused on building AI-driven search engines, and I've learned firsthand and the hard way what it takes to find exactly what your customers want through massive amounts of data. A team of this quality is what enables us to come up with a software that outperforms players in the market that have been around for years, with better data coverage, better accuracy, and better methods for analysis, and we are doing it by a factor of 12x. Incorporated January 2020, and Magnify is pre-seed funded, and the revenue and the user base from our recent SaaS platform launch is growing at a rapid pace every week. In under 18 months, we have been able to develop a technology that fully automates manual prospect research, saves companies millions of dollars, and is acting in an environment of a booming market. Magnify allows teams to focus on converting opportunities instead of searching out for them. I invite you to book a demo with us to experience the next generation of sales and marketing intelligence platforms. Thank you very much.
Modern families want to travel differently than in the past. The local experience is the essence. It's July are here to meet this need of experience and travel.
Not all classrooms have walls. Imagine you're in Paris with your kids, standing next to the Eiffel Tower, contemplating where to go next. You don't know where the family-friendly places are, and everywhere you go, you eventually find yourself among hundreds of other tourists. But it's not just in Paris, right? Travel information for families is fragmented, scattered across dozens of sites, blogs, and online communities with no local input. What if you could give your children a lasting lifetime experience in every vacation, in every location you visit? The memories we make act as happiness anchors for our children's personal growth. It's exactly what Brian Chesky, the founder of Airbnb, said lately. Travel has shifted from mass travel to meaningful travel. Families are the #1 driver of growth in the travel industry, with a $320 billion global market. 90% of new families are millennials. 80% of them are looking for authentic and local experiences. My name is Tamar Lieberman, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of It's July. It's July is a family-to-family travel platform. We enable families to travel like locals with locals. With It's July, family can discover new destinations using local experiences and local knowledge. They are invited to pull up a seat in a local family dinner, enjoy a workshop together hosted by a local family, or simply enjoy a wooden hidden playground. This creates a new supply in the travel industry. It's July is using a smart, data-driven engine. It enables us to optimize customer segmentation, recognize user behavior, and therefore accelerate our bookings and revenues. We are a team of diverse, ambitious, and experienced founders. All my co-founders have vast experience in leading roles in international corporates and startups at SIBO, Investing.com, and Procter & Gamble. And I myself am a serial entrepreneur. It's July is already live in top cities in Europe and Israel. Within only several months, in which the world is going through several lockdowns, we have managed to organically build and engage the international community of local experts. Our local experts are not only the foundation of our local knowledge and experiences, but they also keep sending us incredible testimonials. Today, It's July has hundreds of active users on the platform, growing at a fast rate of 30% monthly. And the data combined from experiences and recommendations is being tripled every month. So, we are back at the Eiffel Tower. Our kids are jumping around. Instead of heading to queue at the nearest tourist trap, we open It's July app. And off we go to meet a Parisian family at the local market. We experience Paris as a true Parisian family with a true Parisian family. We all share the passion to create happiness anchors for our children, expose them to different cultures, teach them to see similarities instead of differences, and grow tolerance and acceptance. We can do that with the simple act of experience. Remember, not all classrooms have walls. Join us. It's July brings the world together, one experience at a time.
We thank you for joining us this evening with our fantastic startups and welcome our founders to share a few words.
Oh,
Me again.
Okay, this was not planned.
Uri is getting ready. We did practice by heart the pitch, but this we didn't. Too much.
Too much.
So, Uri, can you share with everyone what are the 2 most important things we have learned in the past 3 months?
Never eat before CEO breakfast, and never eat before, or never drink before all hands on Thursday.
Try again.
Never be late without telling Franca first, or always bring a representative of your company to a mandatory session.
Try again.
That Techstars is our family for life, and that giving first is one of life essentials.
The one that taught us all about that are a bunch of rare people who became our engine, our safety net, our supporters, but most of all, our dear friends. And I think it's safe to say, our family.
Let's applause for the Techstars team, our associates, Daniel Gelman, Roy Sivan, Tami Melamed, Irina Nikolovska, and Kyle Blake! Flowers, flowers, guys. Flowers. Woo! Marcel, Marcel?
Let's applause for our entrepreneur in residence, Johan Romfert.
Guys, let's applause for our lead operations associate, Sabine.
Let's applaud for the one and only program manager, Franca Gudina.
And let's welcome the reason that we are all here, the one who believes in us and will always believe in us, the one and only Hila Ovilbrenner.
Please come on stage to take a photo. Thank you so much for this incredible experience, for being part of this journey with us, Techstars. And also thank you to all the mentors, investors. Thank you for giving first and being part of our community. We love you. Thank you. And all the founders come up. Gagan, please come up. Please come up. Yeah! All the founders for a really good photo. Thanks, everyone. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to my family who hasn't seen me for the last 3 months. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night. There's food out